Constitutional conservatives that have been produced by the heart and soul of constitutional America. They're the fiscally responsible people as well, and they've arrived at just a time when we have seen a Congress that's spent way too much money, a president that's run us trillions of dollars into debt, and are just strong enough and bold enough to help us turn this thing back around to where it needs to be in the visions of our founding fathers. There's much to talk about with regard to whether it's $100 billion or something less than that within the CR that's coming up. We talk about the debt ceiling that comes up in a couple of months later. I have long argued the debt ceiling is not the pivotal vote that we're looking at. The CR is the pivotal vote that we're looking at. The continuing resolution that if I were going to make the call, I would just extend the funding for 30 days. I'd leverage the president and Harry Reid as hard as I could and try to make as much progress as I could. And then the next 30 days, we take it up again. I would do that all the way through if we need to. And yet, it seems as though that decision may have been made to extend funding out to the end of the fiscal year, September 30th. It was announced that it'll be the largest appropriations bill times 5 that's ever been voted on by Congress before, even though it'll be rolled back to 2008 levels and perhaps have the $100 billion in cuts in it. It'll still be 5 times larger than ever voted on before because it's all of the bills rolled up into one and it's about 7 months of funding. I look at that and I think, all right, I can get my mind around that, but here's the most important pivotal component of the CR, and that is, will we shut off all funding to implement or enforce Obamacare? Will we get that done in the House? And if we get it done, that's the ground that we can choose this ground to fight on. And if we stand solid and stand firm, there's not a dime that can be spent by the federal government that the House doesn't approve. And so I think we're at the point where we will see an amendment and it'll be successful to shut off any funding that's in this fiscal year to be used to implement or enforce Obamacare.